Okay. All right, we are right at 6:01, so I'm going to get started so that we don't take up. We got a lot of calls this evening, so I want to make sure that we are efficient and get you the information. If you've got any questions while I'm talking, use the chat or unmute yourself, whatever needs to happen. Let me go over what's going to happen. First of all, awesome job, and you should be high-fiving yourselves for stepping up as team captain. Woo! Go ahead, high-five each other, high-five the person next to you in the Brady Bunch. You know, yes. Secondly, don't stress about this. The team captain just is the person that needs to keep track of the points, okay? Like, you don't have to put together a PowerPoint presentation for your team or like buy them team shirts or like any of that kind of stuff. We just need to have one person who's the lead person in charge of tallying points. Otherwise, it might not ever get done. So that's your job. Don't stress about anything else. You are the person who's in charge of points. I hope you're good with math. If you're not, you need to have someone else help you. But let's talk about your tracking and all that kind of stuff. Into how you're doing the tracker. Right. So what I need you to do, and I'm going to put it in the chat just so you can see it. Let me open up my chat here. I need everyone to please send me an email at that email address. You can do it right now. I just need you to send me an email. And in the tagline, in the subject line, just put tracker, because that will be the best email that you want to receive that tracker, and then I'm going to email it back to you. So take 30 seconds, go to your email, do that right now. You will get a response from me, hopefully tonight, that will be the tracker. And that will be the tracker that you will use. I'm going to send you two versions. One will be a digital where you can track online. One will be, you can print it off. Do whatever works for you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you the tracker. That way you know what it looks like before you get it. Zoom has changed, and now it's just so wonky to find the share screen button. Okay, I'll just use, it doesn't matter if it's digital or regular, but, both are the same. Okay, can you guys see this? Thumbs up if you can see it. Okay, cool. So, Transformation Team Challenge, you can see the dates. The dates are exactly the same as Transform 20, January 14th through February 28th. And as you know, February 1st through February 28th will be the Team Cup. So we're segueing right into the Team Cup. Here's the beautiful part. You're already set up for Team Cup. So while everyone else is scrambling, trying to find their teams, you are good to go with your Team Cup team. And y'all, I've been doing Team Cup since the very first Team Cup. Actually, myself, Jeff Hill, and Tommy Migrant, a longtime coach out of Ohio, kicked off the first Team Cup at Summit in, we must have been in LA, because it was way back in the day. I actually helped kick off the very first ever Team Cup. So I've done every Team Cup that Team Beachbody has ever had. So I understand Team Cup. I understand what it can do for your business. And I can also understand the scrambling that can happen as people try to put together teams. So all the scrambling that happened to try to get this team together, we've sorted through a lot of that, and we're already ready. So now when it comes to February 1st and Team Cup starts, you're ready with your team. And we won't have those coaches that are messaging on February 3rd going, can I still get on a team? You'll be like, hey, we've been talking about this for a month. No, we're done and we're ready. You guys are ready to roll right into that. So the tracker digitally, you'll want to, if you do it digitally, you'll still want to print off a copy on your printer. So it really is however it works for you. Do you like it digital? And then you want to print off a copy, or do you want to print off a copy and hand write it in? Whatever works for you. But this will be week of starting January 14th. And then you need to come up with a team name. So you need to do that by tomorrow. And then you need to have your team members. This team name right here will be the same team name that you register for your Team Cup, which, by the way, not to make you feel like you're behind, but I've already registered my team for the Team Cup. We already have our name, and we are good to go. So That means you got to do that tonight or tomorrow and have that Team Cup team ready to rock and roll. And how cool will it be that Sparta Nation will have all kinds of teams already registered with the Team Cup ready to go. The cool part about this is because we're starting in accordance and in alignment with Transform 20, you get like 2 extra weeks of prizes. You know, you'll still get the corporate stuff from February. Well, you actually get 6 weeks worth of prizes because you'll get the corporate stuff from February 1st through February 28th, the duration of the Team Cup, but then you get stuff from me for 6 weeks. So you'll actually get more prizes, which who doesn't love a good prize? So when you're tracking each person that's getting Success Club 5, Success Club 10, you'll be tracking that. So each person is worth a point. If everyone gets a point, then you get 5 points for January. You get 5 points for February. If everyone gets, so each person is worth a point out of that. And then if they advance to Emerald, they get 10 points. So it's like, even though you've got your team members on here, you're still sort of tracking individually. So if they advance, if Katie Mosley advances to Emerald, she's past Emerald, but if Katie Mosley advanced to Emerald and held it through the contest period, she would get 10 points. If Katie Mosley advanced to Diamond and held it throughout it, she would get 20 points. If Katie Mosley advanced to 1 star, 25 points. So they've got to send you your stuff, and then you got to tally everyone's points. Does that make sense? So this is sort of like an individual tracker, even though you've got your team members up here. So if you had 5 coaches advance to Emerald throughout this contest, there would be 50 points because they would get 10 and they might get it. And if everyone did it, there'd be 50 points at the end of that. If everyone advanced to team leader, that's a heck of a lot of points at the end of the contest. So that would be the best if everyone advanced to team leader. I see someone's got a question. I'll get to it in a second. Super Saturday. If they attended a Super Saturday yesterday, Friday, or today, wherever it is in their region, and they've got a picture as proof, they get 10 points. You get 10 points. Complete Transform 20 and share your before and after pictures on social media. It's a twofer there, folks. Not just completing it, but sharing your befores and afters on social media. How would we know that? They got to tag one of you in that group. That coach would get 15 points. So that's one that you won't be able to tally till the very end because they have to share it and they got to complete it. If they do different works in progress pictures of themselves throughout Transform 20, every single time they do that, they can get 10 points. Lost my cursor. There we go. When they show up to team calls and they take a picture and they've got proof and they send that to you, they're going to get 10 points. They enroll a new coach, they get 25 points. So these are foundational behaviors. None of these behaviors are like, you need to go run a marathon in order to earn points. This is stuff that we're doing as coaches already. All of this is designed to just build really amazing foundational behaviors and for us to get started 2 weeks before Team Cup even starts. So that everything is just a habit as we roll right into February. If you created a vision board and you've shared that, you get 20 points. If you can get it done this week and share it, awesome, cool. Just change the date and get it up there. If you get it done on February 28th, no, I'm sorry, that doesn't count. We're 2 months into the year. If you get it done this week, awesome. So this really becomes a tracker for each person. They've got to send you your points. So you will have a tracker for each one of your team members. But I don't want you to stress out about it as the team captain. I just want you to understand someone's got to be in charge of keeping the points, and that's going to be you. So if Katie is on your team and Susie and Sally and Joe and Sam, you're going to have a tracker for Katie and Susie, Sally, Joe, and Sam. And then at the end, you're going to add everything up and you're going to send me those. But what's even cooler is every week I'm going to ask you for your kind of progressive point totals, and there'll be winners each week. Because this week, if all 5 of your members hit Success Club 10, that's rocking already for January. You might win week 1. If all 5 of your members advanced, you still have to wait the 6 weeks and hold it. If all 5 of your members advance to Diamond, you still got to wait the 6 weeks and hold it. So some of these, like those, like the 1-stars, like the team builders, like completing Transform 20, some of those, you're going to have to wait until the very end, February 28th, to tally that. But other of these can be tallied as you go. So it's sort of like any other team. It's sort of like the Super Bowl right now as they're getting ready to play the Super Bowl. We're playing all these games and we're staying consistent and we're getting to the playoffs, all with the hopes of getting to the Super Bowl. But nobody really knows who wins the Super Bowl until that game in February. So there's some pieces here that you might not know until the very end. And that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this and then you can unmute and ask me questions. And I think there was some. Yeah, no, I don't, Kelly, does not have to be new. It can be regaining, but they just have to hold. So if they get to diamond, even if it's a regain, but they drop, it doesn't count. They've got to hold. Because y'all, we got to hold. That's the whole key. Coming in and out of diamond or coming in and out of emerald, coming in and out of star diamond doesn't teach any coach anything, and doesn't build any kind of foundational behavior, does not build a business, does not create income, does not. So the emphasis is you've got to get to those ranks and you have to hold for it to count for points. That's a great question. Does not have to be new. It can absolutely be a regain. Yeah. So then you can share the tracker with your team, Melissa. I'm just going to email it to you. And if it works for you and your team, for them to each have theirs and they keep track and they send it to you, you guys we're grown-ups here. You figure out how the tracking best works for you. I've just got the system. You're going to get that via email. And then, so you can print off 5 a week to fill in. If that's what works, you can do it digitally and they can digitally send you a copy of it. What works for you? You all as a team will figure that out. 1 per person. Lots of, Karen, I'm so glad you said that. Thank you. I worked really hard to come up with a lot of options. So it's not just like Get Success Club, but it's because Get Success Club, yes, but how do you get Success Club? If you look at the tracker, it's by some of those other activities. It's posting your befores and afters. It's completing a program. It's drinking Shakeology. It's sending invitations. It's showing up at live events. Those all feed into Success Club. Success Club just happens to be maybe the end result, or rank advancement happens to be sort of that end result, but it's all the other stuff that adds up. And that's what we're trying to build right now. And if we can get that in place, that just feeds right into Team Cup, and those things are habits now. So if they hit it the last week, no, if they hit it, and well, that's awesome if they hit it February 28th, but they really, I guess that we could do that if we could, that doesn't really make sense. They really need to hit and hold pretty early on. I mean, if they're hitting it on February 28th, I can't really, am I supposed to track that for the next 6 weeks? I guess I could. Well, just give me a little bit more to do, Sandra, but okay, I guess I could hold on to that and track that and not award a big prize till the middle of March, if you trust me to remember that long. When they just got to tag somebody, Allie. If they tag you and you can tally that, awesome. They got to tag somebody. I don't need any more tags on social media. They can tag me sometimes, yes, but they really just need to tag you guys on their team so that you see it. You need to see it as proof. Well, they've got to hit and hold, Sandra, because if they hit and then they're in and out, they can't get the points. There's no point to that. The in and out is the death of this business. That is not creating a business.
I understand that, but like if they hit it week 3, they have to hold it 6 weeks, but that's going to be after the competition.
Sure, well, we can hold on to, I mean, it's the first time I've done it. So cool. We'll wait till March 15th and see what happens, and maybe I'll do a big prize then.
Okay.
You know, it won't be perfect this first time, and there'll be
adjustments. I have so many options though, but I'm like, okay, if I push one of them to hit it and she hits the 3rd week, I'm like, oh, but still not the 6 weeks. So how do I do that?
But the good thing about that is that will also help for Team Cup. So even if they don't hit it early on, you know, early enough maybe to even, but they could hit it in Team Cup, that would help them in Team Cup too, because they have to be adding coaches and adding Success Club points for Team Cup. So it'll roll right in even for Team Cup as well. So it's kind of this awesome way to, you know, earn recognition and points in lots of different spaces. But yeah, I mean, I really hadn't thought of that. So since I hadn't, and it's the first time we're doing it, yeah, if they would hit it the last week and they hold on till the middle of March, you know, we could certainly do something for them then, because that's the point. They're helping people and they're holding it, which helps the team, which helps everybody. And it's teaching coaches that stability and that really consistent effort. Diamonds and emeralds and star diamonds that go in and out of rank, that doesn't teach anybody anything. So yeah, why not? Well, here's the thing. If you're going to participate in this team competition, why would you do another team for a team cup? That makes zero sense to me. And my thought is this. You've probably worked with some of your coaches on your team already. You've probably listened to your own upline coach already. You have an opportunity now to dig into a variety of perspectives, a variety of strategies, a variety of voices, different stories that might resonate and connect with you in a different way. I know that if there were coaches that I had been working with for quite some time that I then put on my Team Cup team, I've probably already said everything to them that I can say in a way that I think that they would have heard it. And if they haven't heard it by now, they probably need a different voice. And if I'm not okay with that, I don't understand. I'm not getting the point of this business. The point of being on an amazing veteran team is we have so many stories and so many different perspectives and so many ways to build the business that when we come together and collaborate, we get to dig into all those different ways and learn a way that maybe we hadn't even thought of. And maybe that way is the way that connects with us and pushes our business forward. But if we continue to listen to the same people over and over again, maybe we stay in the same place. I think this is an amazing opportunity to listen to somebody else. You want to deal with different teams? Deal with different teams. To me, that feels like running lots of different challenge groups, and that would be the antithesis of what I want to do in this business. I want to keep this simple. I want to take a lot of action, and I want to get results. Lots of more stuff doesn't help me do that. So
Thanks,
you want to create a different Team Cup team? Have at it. That feels like that's adding more to already busy lives. But if that's what works, then I guess that's what works. It just seems like it's adding more. This feels like a really great opportunity to dig into amazing leaders that you might not have had a chance to work with before. I have Nick Iaria on my team, who's probably 6 levels down from me and has done my challenge groups and has never done anything like this ever before in my life. Does he affect my rank? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the fact that he wanted to do a team cup, get on my team. I think that's awesome. And because I've never really worked with him, because he's literally like 6 or 7 levels down from me, maybe I say something in that point that he's never heard before that clicks with him that his own upline coach might not have said. So I'm like, yes, get on my team. Get on my team. Jessica Zook is on my team that I met for the first time yesterday. She has an amazing upline coach, but maybe that upline coach isn't saying what she needs to hear or needs to say it in a different way. And maybe I can say something in a different way that might connect with her. So whatever works. I know. Seriously, Amanda, isn't that so exciting that Nick is on? I think it's so exciting. Let's see. Same question as Jamie Parsons. Jamie, what was your question? So every person who gets Success Club 5 would get 5 points if they hit it in January. And if they hit it in February, they get 5 points. If they hit Success Club 10, they would get 10 points. If they hit it in February, they get 10 points. So you have 2 weeks left in January to get either 5 or 10. And then you could get either 5 or 10 in February. So if you hit Success Club 5, you would get 5. You hit Success Club 10,
3 is nothing.
3 is nothing.
Okay.
What is that? Those are lives changed. Sorry. Those are lives changed. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Lives changed. I never want to discount that. Sometimes we forget about that. Those are lives changed. But in this competition, they don't count. So love those lives we are changing. You just don't get prizes for those lives we are changing. So you gotta hit 5 or 10. Although it's not really 5 or 10 anymore, is it? It's 6 or 10. So you got to help 3 people or you got to help 5 people. You can help 1 person and that's awesome, especially if you're a brand new coach and that's the first person that you've helped. You just don't get a prize from me for that. But we still love you. Anything else that I have not covered? Oh, okay. A couple other things. These would be the same. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. These would be sort of the same tips that you would, for Team Cup. No different. Create a message thread. It is completely up to you if you want to create a Facebook group. me personally, which is not you, it's just me. A Facebook group would add more stress to my life. A message thread would be amazing. So I'm going to hope that my team is okay with just a message thread, but some teams want the message thread and a Facebook group because you can go live in a Facebook group. Maybe you can put documents and files and things like that in a Facebook group. It really is up to you. I am not here to tell you how to run the group. I'm just sharing a best practice that comes straight from Team Cup, which I've done 18,000 times, is that you need a message thread and or a Facebook group. You've got to have a place to connect on the regular. You have to have a place where you are showing your accountability, where you're showing your business activity trackers. And you guys, speaking of those, did you look at the thread in our team page of how many people have copied their 52 copies and have bound them? I get excited over the corniest things, I know, but I was like showing my husband, like, look at this, this is awesome. That's the first time that's ever happened on this team, and to see so many people engaging in that tracking behavior, like it gives me the willies. Makes me so happy. So you should be using that business activity tracker, because that daily tracker then contributes to these foundational behaviors. How you come together and meet it's up to you. You guys are grown-ups. It's up to you. Message thread, Zoom call, Facebook group, whatever works for you. I highly recommend meeting live in person just at least once a week. If you all are friends and you live close to each other and you want to meet more, awesome. You want to meet for coffee because you live in the same area, awesome. You just want to meet one time a week, quick 15 minutes with numbers and your bats, cool. Whatever works for you, but I highly recommend one time a week. We get caught up and sequestered behind our computers, and we forget this is a human business. And virtual is amazing, just like it is now, but it's not as amazing as a live Super Saturday. So you got to kind of get live out of the message thread and out of the Facebook group, and as live as you can get, when you don't always live in the same space, and get on that Zoom or some other way to communicate. And I highly suggest that you do that one time a week. It doesn't have to be the same time every week, but that human connection where someone can ask a question, get it answered, share a struggle, share a celebration, that can be invaluable to keeping motivation, keeping inspired, solving problems, and helping people understand that the business really isn't as hard as sometimes we want to make it. Don't make it more complex. Keep it simple. The more simple we keep it, the more easy it is to integrate it into our lives, and the easier it is to which to invite. The more complicated we make it, well, nobody wants complicated and busy in their life. They just want simple and they want fun. So keep it super simple so that people stay consistent and stay engaged. Yeah, meet one time a week. Okay, that's all I have. Questions on anything? I already have the first set of prizes sitting up in my office, which is another reason why I'm down here, so that you can't see them. They're really cute. Questions on anything? Put them in the chat or ask me. Rockstar captains. I'm going to have to do like a t-shirt or something. Captains. We're always about the t-shirt, aren't we?
Julie, I have a question.
Yes.
So I can't see your form anymore because it's gone down. But if they do some different social media posts, if they do it multiple times, they can get multiple points, right? I mean, not that they can do it before and after 5 times. I'm not saying that. But some of the other things that we have in there, they can do it more than one time.
You know what, Karen, honestly, I would. The more someone posts on social, the more we're building a foundational habit, the more they have something that's social proof, the more we're teaching them how to post on social, the more we're helping them craft that. I put it back up there. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see it now.
Yeah, I would. I mean, honestly, since I'm not corporate, I can do whatever I want. So, I mean, post a lot. Rack up the points, do it, because why be so strict and heavy-handed with it? It really is supposed to be fun, simple, and a way to just dig into those consistent behaviors. So if they post, and they post every Sunday, a before and after, as they're working through Transform 20, shoot, add them up, because those before and afters are the hardest thing, I think, for people to post for whatever reason, those pictures. And I was just having a conversation with Carl last week, and we were talking about the Beachbody Challenge and how I hope he doesn't care if I tell you this, he personally, himself, is now funding the Beachbody Challenge because he believes so deeply in it. So we're really on a mission this year to help people connect with the Beachbody Challenge. And if you've been to Summit, you know that particular section, Saturday night at Summit, that little half-hour piece of the entire week of Summit, that half-hour piece is the reason why we do what we do. That piece. If you watched the corporate video, Super Weekend, and you saw those 2 transformations that they highlighted at the end of that video, the woman and the man, that is why we do what we do. And we don't give people an opportunity to do that unless we get them in the Beachbody Challenge. So the more they do those befores and afters, and the more they're posting on social, the more comfortable they get with that. And the more it just becomes second nature that, of course, I'm showing you what my journey is because that's what I do. So as Carl said, I'm like, people get so wonky about posting those before pictures. He's like, we have to make them more comfortable with that. Well, how do we get more comfortable with something? We do it. And we just keep doing it over and over and over again. So I say the more they post, rack up the points. Just keep it fun. Just keep it fun. And if you had a brand new coach and this was the first time they were posting and they went all in on that and they're like, I'll help the team. I'll post every week. Cool. That's awesome. I would celebrate the heck out of that. Anything we can do to celebrate the heck out of them, that's what we want to do. 2 diamonds in our group. You can have 2 diamonds. You can have 2 diamonds in your group. You can have a star diamond and a diamond. You can have 2 diamonds. They changed that. We changed that rule. Changed that rule on CAB. Yep. What is this? They announced a top 40 on the 17th. Top 40 for what? Team Cup? Music? What? Workouts? Top 40 for what? Oh, for the beach. Did you submit your picture, Amanda Maddock? Unmute yourself, please, and tell us that you submitted. Stop typing.
Yes, done.
Did you submitted it? Can you guys imagine if Amanda was on stage at Summit? Like, can you imagine? Like, if you thought I cried last year, can you even imagine? Like, I would be. So how cool would it be to get someone from this team on stage at Summit, the Beachbody Challenge? Well, the only way that happens is if they're submitting to the Beachbody Challenge. The only way they get comfortable by doing that is posting lots of befores and afters. So I just want you to use this team competition to feed into Team Cup and to celebrate the heck out of people, to keep it simple, to keep it focused on foundational behaviors and have fun. Just have fun with it. Don't make it so complicated. Don't make it so heavy. Let's just have some fun, build some foundation, rise up on that step, celebrate each other, and create some habits that can truly, truly set the tone for this year. Because y'all, this year, I mean, okay, 20th anniversary Beachbody. We get to host Summit again. And then we've got this incredible Transform 20 program that could not be more perfect for January, which then goes right into new 21-Day Fix and Fix Extreme, biggest programs ever, which then goes right into a brand new program from Jericho. Are you kidding me? Which at some point along the line, of course, we've got Fruit Punch Energize, and we will have more consumables. If you can't do something with this business in 2019, you're just not trying. So let's set people up for success by keeping it simple and keeping it fun. Keeping it simple and keeping it fun. And let's set them up for success so we can rocket launch. Any other questions? Is anyone else excited, or is it just me? Okay, just me. Okay, 2 people. Awesome. Amanda, unmute yourself.
I thought I did. Did I not?
Now you did, yeah.
Okay. I literally, like, on the last one that I submitted was like, look, I'm from Indiana. You're going to be on Indiana. You should put me on the stage. Our team is amazing. Like, I just literally typed it in caps and was like,
do it.
If I don't get in there.
Well, it's not like Carl doesn't put you on his stories all the time. You guys see Amanda on his stories like all the time. You know why? Because she tags him on everything, because she's smart. Always tag Carl. Always tag Carl. You never know when he's going to repost something. She tags him in everything. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, make sure you email me. I'll shoot you back the trackers, and let's just have fun with this. Meet with your teams this week, and let's have a good time, and let's celebrate the heck out of people and help people just have fun with this business. That's the goal. So, okay, I'll see you guys in half an hour. See you later.